Okay, half-life functions and reactions. So I didn't want to leave you with misinformation from today. So let's take a look at this. Now, what does a half-life mean? Half-life means that if I have a certain amount, that after a certain amount of time, I have half of what I had originally. And the equation is given like this. That is, where a sub 0 equals my original amount, and h, that's a t over h right here, h equals the half-life, like how many years, and then t is the number of years this thing is in existence. So for instance, we know that carbon-14 has a half-life of 5,730 years. So if we plug that into our original formula, here, we have whatever original amount that we have. It's going to be multiplied times 1/2 taken to the t over 5,730 years. And then we'll get what we have at the end of that, like how much of that original carbon we have left. And then we can tell how old the thing is. So if we take that t being the number of years, if we have 5,730 of those years, notice that we have half of what we had originally, so you see how that works. Now, a lot of the time, this equation is given like this, that the amount that we're going to have is the original amount times, now catch this, 2 taken to the negative t over h. Now, how does that work? How is these two equations are exactly the same. Now, why are they the same? Well, let's take a look at, we looked at this today, the power of exponents. If I have 1/2, and I take that to the negative 1 power, what is that? That's 1 over 1/2, right? And what does that equal? 2. Ta-da! So that's why the original equation is 1/2 taken to the t over h power, and the modified version that we'll use most of the time is taken to the negative t over h power. Now what's left for this is to plug the actual numbers into this, and again, so much of this math is getting it in your body so that you actually physically write it down for yourself. And once you physically write it down, it gets much, much easier to do conceptually. So I know that you get how these work at this point, kind of conceptually. The next step is plug each of these pieces in. So you have a number of these sheets that have, basically, if this equation has 1, 2, 3, 4 variables in it, then you'll notice that every one of those problems gives essentially 3 of those variables. So if you have any questions, just let me know. And this, again, is half-life functions. So great to see you today, Caitlin. We'll talk to you later. Bye.